Hello, Multiverse, and welcome to the Magic Library. I am Aliquis the Archivist, and we are back with some more arena gameplay videos. We are going to continue our Brawl streak that we're doing. I believe we've done 2 videos so far. And, see, we did Fairy Schemes first, and then Wild Bounty. And now we're going to do Savage Hunter. I actually played a little bit with this last night, and I really like it. It seems to be one of the more synergistic decks. We'll go into it real quick. The commander is Korvold, Fae-Cursed King. It's 2 black, a red, and a green, so 5 mana total, for a 4/4 legendary creature, Dragon Noble. It has flying. Whenever Korvold, Fae-Cursed King enters the battlefield or attacks, sacrifice another permanent. That is not optional, so keep that in mind, but it's any permanent. But it also says whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. So it gets big and it continues to restock your hand, which is really nice. And there's a ton of things in the deck that sacrifice themselves for their own abilities. You don't actually have to use just the one a turn attacking with it. And you've got things that create tokens to sacrifice. A lot of the new cards are pretty cool. Savvy Hunter, I found, is probably one of my favorites of these. I mean, the ability to get a food token every time you attack or block, and you can sack 2 to draw a card, is pretty sweet. And the food tokens can be you pay 2, sacrifice it, and tap it, and gain 3 life. So you can gain some life doing it, or you can use it on Korvold. And then the rest of it is just a basic Jund kind of shell that creates tokens, sacrifices things, kills things. It's very synergistic. Rhythm of the Wild is really good as well. Thorn Mammoth has just got to be one of the best new cards I've seen. It's pretty brutal. But yeah, singleton format, in case you're not familiar with what Brawl is or haven't watched my previous videos. 60 card deck, only one of each card in the deck other than basic land, and you get your commander, Korvold, and he stays in the command zone off to the side, which is essentially like an 8th card in your hand. But you can cast him from the command zone at any point in time, like you normally could as far as sorcery speed, main phase stuff. But first off, yeah, we have our 3 colors of mana we need, and a little bit of fixing here. Angrath is fantastic, gives you tokens to sack to your commander. Yeah, this is actually looking pretty good. We'll keep. Yeah, see, here's the command zone over here. It stays over here, and you can recast it. Now, if it does die or gets exiled or bounced, you may choose to put it back into your command zone to recast later. It'll cost an additional 2 each time. It's called commander tax. But it is there, so you always have access to it. Keep in mind, though, when it gives you the option to put it either in the graveyard or wherever it's supposed to be going based on how it's being removed, or put it in your command zone, if you do not put it back in your command zone, it'll stay wherever it's supposed to go until you can... Like, if you allow it to go to your graveyard, it'll stay in your graveyard for the rest of the game, unless you have a recursion spell or it gets exiled or something. Like, so if you want it back in your command zone, make sure you do so. Like you specify, otherwise you're kind of going to be in trouble there. Let's see. I think on this one we're going to play Evolving Wilds next, so that we can... Actually playing this on curve. We might draw in 2. We might draw into an untapped land. Be able to play Angrath or Vampire on curve. If not, we can just drop Woodland Champion. That's no problem at all. Start amassing that with tokens from like Angrath, or any kind of tokens for that matter. Let's see. None of these are the new cards yet, so when we come across them, I'll talk about them and give my opinion. Obviously, explain how I would use them, if not use them, evaluate the usual stuff. I didn't want to do all that at the beginning of the video because. Okay, do we go on curve now? I don't think we do. I think we hold up and we can play champion. Yeah, it seems like an okay play. And let's see. Doesn't have the most removal, so I think we're just going to get in for two damage here. Hopefully that doesn't, bite me. Looks like we were playing against the Shulane deck. I played that on my last video. Very good deck. Very good. I love that it has the card draw and the ramp built on it. That's just fantastic. I didn't use his activated ability very much, actually. Okay, so it's just using it for the mana fixing. Just to get one. I don't know. I guess just for fun. There was no real reason behind that. Okay, we'll go ahead and crack this now. Get a mountain. Yeah. Okay. Play this. Untapped, we can play Korvold. But I don't actually want to play Korvold yet. So I think we'll just keep it tapped. And play... Yeah, play Vindictive Vampire. And I'll keep him back. Okay, next turn, that leaves us to play Angrath. Which we can use it to pump the token more. But we probably want to save that till after we play Korvold. Okay, ramping leaves them pretty open for attacks, though. I am okay with that. I'm going to go ahead and attack first. And we'll play Angrath. So we've got a blocker up. Okay. Yeah, we could have done that first. That's an extra point of damage. That was a misplay on my part. Hopefully it won't come down to that one. Yeah, this is one of the new cards. You can, if you're not familiar with the adventure mechanic, you cast it like a sorcery, like they did a minute ago, or an instant, depending on what it is. This one is a sorcery, 1 green mana, add 1 mana of any target mana pool. So it kind of mana fixes, gets a free storm count. Okay, what are we killing? Interesting. Again, that's kind of leaves them a little open because they can't block. Okay, we've got 6 available mana. Do we play Korvold now? Or do we hold back? I think we need to be aggressive. So I'm going to cast this now. Sacrificing one of my land. Doesn't seem the best, but... And then next turn, we'll play Polendrite White Druid and potentially win. It really depends how this turn goes. Could have kept the land up for a Thorn Mammoth. Thorn Mammoth is amazing. Just whenever it comes into play, or another creature enter the battlefield under your control, it fights a one target creature you don't control. So you play it, it fights something, kills something. Next turn, you play a bunch of little things, and you can kill a string. You can actually... I took out 2 of my opponent's other creatures, and then their Thorn Mammoth with it in a game. I think on my last video it may have been. That's so good. Okay, yeah. He can't take out Angrath. We could have if he was straight attacked, but the crackback would have been too much. So yeah, he can get rid of that and keep himself alive. And the Menace got him. So sweet. Game won us. We will go and play another one. I think I did 2 on each of the other ones. First video was quite long because with Alila, or Alayla, or how do you pronounce her name? Because I went over the whole Brawl mechanic and kind of covered each of the commanders. Yeah, again, we've got our 3 different colors of mana. That's looking like a pretty solid opening hand, honestly. Synergy with sacrificing in it. Evolution Sage to build up the amass tokens and Korvold. Every time I sacrifice something, the Mayhem Devil's going to be pinging something. Yeah, I think it's a very underrated card. The fact that it can hit any target is really, really good. Okay. Not thrilled that we have to play tapped things. I would have liked to have played Mask on Curve. But I think getting like Mayhem and stuff like that down on Curve would probably be better. If they have removal, and this deck has a little more than Shulane does, then I guess Evolution Sage has more late game ability. Although the utility being able, like I said, ping whatever you want every time. And if a player, not just you, that's really good. Okay. Do we go for Angrath here? Or do we play tapped and play out the Sage? I think we play Angrath here. They have counter spells. I don't actually recall seeing one. We've got 4 mana to play with. Let's see, we lost our opponent. Okay, now they're still there. Okay.
Here be monsters. If you want it,
Okay.
fight for it.
Now see. Now because we did Angrath on Curve with what's in hand, we can't get Korvold out on Curve, which is probably fine. Okay, there's a Leela. Death Touch stinks, but because of Menace, they cannot do anything about that. So unfortunately, we get to play tapped here. Yeah, it might matter. Oh, see, we did this backwards again. One of these days I'll get this straight. Okay, we are not going to minus here because Alila will kill it next turn. So if we let them just kind of... Well, I guess we could get the value for it now. It takes away the menace, yes, but that's extra 2 points of damage and a bigger creature. So we won't be able to do next time, and it'll surely kill it in a minute. Okay. Yeah, we'll go and do it now. And then surely she'll attack. Yep, kill Anger after that. Beings are a little bit alive. Say her, I don't know who's playing. The, you know, Seador 10 could be male or female for all I know. But, okay, sack the wilds. Yeah, we'll hit them. Again, synergy. I didn't necessarily mean to say it in such a, you know, interesting voice there, but, you know. Okay, so now they've only got 5 mana to play with. And their creature's tapped. They need a pretty... Play some artifacts. Maybe some enchantment. Kind of doubles as a... Oh, well, really? Well, that stinks, but... I guess that was probably the play for them. Okay. We have 5 right now. We'd have to sacrifice one, I think. Unfortunately, we have to go with this. That was kind of not a very lackluster turn for us, considering they got a full grip over here. We draw land, we go Thorn Mammoth, and then we go crazy. Fortunately, Thorn Mammoth is not good against Alila because the Death Touch kills it right outright. But it can take out little annoying flyers. Don't think it matters.
The fire's out.
Although, this does have some graveyard recursion. That probably wasn't the best play for me. Okay, do we just slow roll them? I think we do. Because if they untap with all that mana and Alila, that's going to be a lot of value. I'm just going to go ahead and attack him here. He might block. If so, that's fine, because it'll get it off the board for us. Okay, the food token gives us something to eat for Korvold, so we don't have to actually lose something of actual value. Okay, back of holding is good. See, that would have been a really 2-1 right there for free. It's decent value too. Okay. Ooh. Turn the claw. Oh. Yeah, I would have cast the first half of that first, giving him a 4/4 beater. That would have been a much better play in my opinion. Because 4/4, that's substantial. And then next turn, they could have played the 2/2 flying half. Although they may be confused as to how that works. So in their defense, they may not have understood how to do that. Okay, opponent's tapped out. Our turn. I think we're going to play Korvold now. Hopefully they haven't drawn into some more of that removal. That deck's got a lot. Or do we just... See, I want him to waste the removal on other things so that we don't have to keep recasting Korvold. Could essentially do that. Do we wait and play that to deploy a threat later? Or no, we just cast the little kitty. Little kitty, huh? Okay. Because this just says whenever basically any of my if any of my creatures that are not human do combat damage to a player, I get to draw a card. So potentially another card a turn, and yeah, I could use a restock right now. Okay, that's gonna slow my beat down a little bit. It's had some decent chump blockers. He may not choose chump block. Okay, that's not great. I feel like it's Korvold time. Sacrifice the food. Looks like a nice little pie. Ooh, what's he got? Nice. Yeah, see, the story it shows us we can put it in the graveyard, which we don't have anything to bring it back, so we're not going to do that. We will put it in our command zone to be recasted. It looks like he was saving that, which is understandable. Hey, let us draw. Wondered if you could do that. So you now Korvold, where it cost 5 originally, if you noticed, costs 7. So we cannot currently recast Korvold, which, you know, sucks. But we're not totally out of this yet. He's being aggressive. I gotta give him that. Let's see here. I don't think he's gonna block this. Really? I am very surprised he traded that, honestly. We're going to keep Taste of Death. And let's see. Golden Egg and Vampire. Or we can keep it and keep the tokens back. Yeah, I think we do that. Ooh. Yep, new play. Kranko can run away with the game on its own. Kranko demands an answer. Especially since that does not specify it has to be a non-token. Ooh, that's a big boy. See, now part of me hates that I went ahead and played Kranko. If I'd played that, then if they got out of hand, I could have Taste of Death and it wouldn't have been a big deal. Now all things fly. Okay, I gotta deal with the workshop elders. That is not a way to deal with the elders. Okay. I don't necessarily want Cranko to just go to its death. Yeah, there's not a world where he won't block, right? Okay, so we do this. We attack. Unfortunately, Cranko gets blocked. But we do get two twos. See, I blew that. I could have totally killed it if I had not cast that. Tacked in. Yep, there you go. Another mistake. The proper play there would have been tack in. He would have blocked, and then I could have equipped the massive emulation to each one of these guys, pinging it off. So that was my bad. Okay, we are very close to being dead. Did not work out the way I had initially intended it to. It's okay though. Nice. Nice on that. Really? Okay, never mind. That could have been an extra 4/4 flyer there for you. It's tapped right now. Now, oh, there you go. Read the cards. Only sorcery. That's unfortunate. That's 10. That is a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure that's game. Okay. We got to block a lot of flying. We don't have a lot of flying to block. All the mana we can come up with for that. So 3, so block. Just like 1, 2, 3, and then we're done. That doesn't really do much either. I believe we are just dead. We gotta pay 2 life to get the 5/5 flyer. Fire. Yep. Good game. Okay, we made several big mistakes there. We should have killed off the that blue creature making the big scary things. We could have. Okay. Yeah, there was a lot of things we did wrong. We probably should have had that game. We had the card advantage there for a while. We sat back a little. We're a little too conservative. Okay, we have all the mana in the universe. That's not necessarily the best, but we'll keep because of that. Oh, we don't want more land. It's all basic, though. That's very strange. At least we can get Korvold out. So that's something at least. I don't know what they want, right? Who are we playing against? Another Shulane. Okay, we're going to go with champion. Yes. we play the mask, it becomes a 3/3 and we can start attacking again. Depending on what he plays here. Okay, yeah, we can start attacking. Okay. That's 2 mana. That's too much. Yeah, we don't want to let our opponent ramp that much. Of course, we can already cast Tulane here, which I would not blame them to do so. We've got 3, 4. We can cast ours next turn, which is going to make for a pretty aggressive go. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to sacrifice. God, sacrificing a land seems stupid, but I want the mask to be able to close stuff out. No. No, we have land, but I may regret that. Yeah, that may have not been the best play. Oh well. I mean, it happens, right? That's what you do. Okay. Hopefully we win this one, and we'll call. That's not good. Is he gonna kill our signet with it? Can't seem to decide what he wants to do with it. Yeah, I'll be darned. Okay, man, that's, you know, eye for an eye. I kill his ramp, he kills mine. Okay, what we gonna do here? I think we go on bright and we'll proliferate. Then we Mayhem Devil. Attack. Sacrificing it. And or smash in the face. Yeah, it's a pretty aggressive show. I mean, I've noticed when Korvold demands, and I know I already used that term once, but it does get out of hand really quick and does require an answer. Hopefully they don't have it in hand, and they don't. That is very good for us. There's a chance we can win this next turn. Really, you're going to... I mean, yeah, that was probably a big mistake. That was probably very necessary. Okay. Yep. Sacrifice it, put another counter on it, turns it to 8. One of the 2 creatures is getting through regardless, so there's that. But I mean, the pinging for 8, and then when it swings it, yeah. So we would have had the game on that. Okay. Yeah, Savage Hunter really showed up good. We should have had that second game also. That was 100% my fault, not the decks or the situations. I mean, it did well. I just made several big errors. But the first and third game went really well. I think the deck worked. You didn't get to see Thorn Mammoth, unfortunately. And that thing, when it comes down, it just really is really brutal. Text of Death, I'm not sure about. I probably should have used it when I had the chance. I was just, didn't want to kill my little gobby Krenko. Just nice, and felt bad doing it. But yeah, I should have done it because I lost basically because I didn't do that. And then I had a chance to use that one. I should have. Let's see, Final Finality. There's a new one that's going to help close games out. Really sweet card. Basically, anything goes in and out of a graveyard creature-wise, he slaps them. So good. A lot of cool new cards. We didn't see a lot of the new stuff, so I hate not covering it. Savvy Hunter, just good. I guess we did see a majority of them, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay. But yeah, this is Brawl. I'll do one more, and we'll do the Knight's Charge to do the final round out all 4 there. Brawl's a lot of fun. I'm glad it's being brought to Arena. I wish it was multiplayer. It really loses, I think, a lot if that being one-on-one. But that's the best part of Commander is the fact that it's multiplayer. But I mean, there's a lot of people that love the competitive side of the CEDH. So that's one-on-one. So there's something for everybody. Check it out. Brawl's a lot of fun. The new cards. Throne is super hyped. When we got a bunch of spoilers immediately when this was brought up, obviously, but we're still hoping and really looking forward to seeing all the new stuff. Let me know what you think of Brawl. Let me know what you think of the decks. Let me know what you think of the channel. Just comment, please, on anything you want to, even not related. Why not? I'll read it. Please like and subscribe. It really helps to grow things. I mean, we're at a solid 17 right now, which we got over that 16 hump there we were on for like a month. But yeah, just thanks for watching. I'm Aliquis the Archivist, and this is the Magic Library. Until next time.